Hi guys, when I hear a Tory MP, in the case of a former leader of the party, criticise Brexit, I ask myself, will this filter down to the party members and will this filter up to the current leadership? Well, this week BritishVolt, a company which was set to lead the way in one part of the green revolution by producing batteries for electric cars, which most, if not all, auto manufacturers are moving to, saw the deal to get the business up and running collapse. Well, we actually have some Brexit honesty from William Hague here when he spoke at the World Economic Forum to the Newsagents podcast. Have a listen to this.
What was going to be one of the great emblems of Britain in the future, this car battery factory in the northeast, it was levelling up, it was post-Brexit, it was the future, it was green energy, and it goes under.
BritishVolt.
Yes, absolutely. And that is very concerning. And it's a sad reflection probably on Brexit because, of course, what do you need in some of these technologies? You need scale. You need to know there's a big market. If they're going to succeed with batteries, you need big manufacturers to be in the same market using those batteries. So that's part of the damage that has been done by leaving the EU. However, that's not going to change. So now we have to really say, well, going for net zero technologies and leveling up in those regions and getting more investment into the British economy are mutually reinforcing objectives, but they need consistency and clarity from government.
You use the word incremental. I guess many businesses would be saying it's too slow, right? Can't be incremental. We've got to have an alignment now with our economies, with the biggest trading partners, that gets us to a place where we are growing. We're the only country in the G7 not growing after the pandemic.
Well, we're not going to be going back into the European single market, not for many years to come, if ever. So we mustn't get distracted by that. You can still have a successful strategy. It may be you're running uphill more, but all the more reason to run harder. So that's what we now have to do.
Okay, run harder. That's okay. So it started out quite well. He pointed out that this company, BritishVolt, is closing its doors or is not actually getting off the ground because of Brexit. He mentioned how you need big manufacturers. You need a market, first of all. You need to be part of a big market, and you need big manufacturers to sell your products to. Also, a point that he missed out on is just in time. Just in time is extremely important to manufacturing. And UK businesses, because of their loss of access to the single market, means just in time is obsolete. Well, not even obsolete, is impossible or practically impossible. Now, compare that with European manufacturers who can decide if they want to use just-in-time or not. British companies are pretty much outside that possibility. Now, just-in-time has its advantages and disadvantages, but it's better to have the option than not have the option. So yes, one issue is access to manufacturing, big manufacturing within the area, and also just-in-time. But of course, the supply chain is the main point here. And supply chains have collapsed in many cases since the UK left the single market. The idea that you just run faster and run harder is not a solution. Some businesses will survive, others will not. Some businesses will move operations to the European Union. That's benefiting. Those are Brexit benefits for non-UK countries, such as the Netherlands, for example. So the EU countries are benefiting, the UK is not, with the exception of maybe Northern Ireland. So it's good to hear him be honest about this. Yes, this is a consequence of Brexit. These businesses need access to a big market. They don't have that now. They need access to supply chains, reliable supply chains. They don't have that now. And they need access to things like just in time, but they don't have that now. Running faster and running harder won't really fix that. And businesses are crying out. They're putting pressure, whatever pressure they can, on the UK government to consider rejoining the EU And it's important that people remember that in order to access the single market, you probably need to be a member of the EU. There is another way, but the real only path at the moment is to rejoin the EU. And nobody's talking about that. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.